I'm sorry. Okay. You guys did not tune in to watch me laugh. You did not tune into the show to listen to me laugh. I know you did it. Lord knows you did it. You guys have been tuned in. You guys are currently tuned in to Chalk It Up Sports, a Cowboys edition, a Belt to Ass edition, a Jerry World edition of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Wait a second. Oh my God, just wait a second. I'm crying. Wait. I'm crying, y'all. Just wait, I'm crying. Oh my God. Hold on. They told me not to sleep on Cooper Rush. They told me not to sleep on Cooper Rush. That's what they told me, right? They told me not to sleep on Cooper Rush. Oh my God. Oh my God. They told me not to sleep on Cooper Rush. The Philadelphia Eagles just dominated the Dallas Cowboys 34-6. Look, I understand Dak Prescott didn't play. I understand you didn't have DeMarcus Lawrence. I get it. But my God. 34-6, God damn it. Woo! That boy Jalen Hurts. Let me tell you something about that boy Jalen Hurts now. Hold on. Now, he did have 2 turnovers. I will say that. He did have 2 turnovers. I had a problem with that in the first half. He took a gamble on that Gardner touchdown attempt. And you can't fumble in the pocket like that. You can't. You cannot fumble in the pocket like that, Hurts. You can't. But guess what? When you put up 4 touchdowns, 250 plus yards of total offense, I mean, you know, you can do whatever you want, right? When you put up 4 touchdowns, you can do whatever you want. When you complete over 70% of your passes, you can do what you want. When you end the game with a passer rating of 115, you can do what you want. When you get 7 carries for 56 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, you can do what you want. You dig what I'm saying? When you lead the division, you can do what you want. You dig what I'm saying? So all I'm trying to say is it pay the cost, or you got to pay the cost to be the boss. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. And that cost is expensive. Everybody not built. And you know what's so funny? He did reach my 4-game threshold. And then all of a sudden he came out with an interception and a fumble. God damn it. But it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You overcome that, right? You gotta overcome the setbacks. All right. Let me get these sunglasses out of here, because I can't see a damn thing without my eyeglasses.
Alrighty.
Let's get this show on the road, okay? Let's do what we came here to do. Let's be professionals, okay? That's what we're going to do. We're going to be professionals, all right? Let's do this. I had fun for the first 5 minutes. All right, let's get serious. Listen, I'm sorry. Listen, if you're listening to this and you're not seeing the visuals, I apologize, because the visuals are hilarious. They're hilarious. I appreciate all of you guys that have been locked in the way you guys have been. It means a lot to me. It goes a long way. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. And by the way, smash that like button, partner. All right, let's get to some of our observations from this game. I mean, other than the ass whooping, we're going to talk about some things we liked, some things that we really enjoyed watching this game. And this is fresh. This is fresh off the presses. I didn't really prepare too many crazy notes, but I do take notes throughout the game. And first things first, again, Jalen Hurts has been amazing. Yes, he turned the ball over like every other quarterback did this week. Every quarterback turns the ball over here and there. It happens. It happens. But what do you do? How do you overcome it? And that's what happens. Jalen Hurts on the game went 14 for 20, which is, to be exact, let me do some quick math real quick. Sorry about that. 14 divided by 20. So Jalen Hurts went 14 for 20, completing 70% of his passes, 202 passing yards, averaging 10 yards an attempt, 2 passing touchdowns, and 1 interception. He was sacked 5 times in the first half with a passer rating of 115 to end the game. And then he also gave you an additional 7 carries, 56 rush yards, 8 rush attempts. An average of 8 yards per attempt, and 2 rushing touchdowns. So Jalen Hurts gave you 4 touchdowns, 258 yards of total offense, completed 70% of his passes, was sacked 5 times, turned the ball over twice, ended the game with a passer rating of 115. Dominated the game. And look, the interception, right? You give credit to Trevon Diggs. He made a hell of a play. He died for that shit. You got to give credit to Trevon Diggs for making a play. You got to give him credit. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Dallas Goedert, I think it was, or was it Calcaterra? I can't remember who it was, but they were open for a second. But I think Hurts probably should have threw the ball a little sooner. But regardless, though, I got to give credit to Trevon Diggs for making the play. As far as that fumble goes, Jalen Hurts, the way that ball slipped out of his hands, you would have thought he had butter on his fingers. Like Jalen Hurts, you got to do a better job of protecting the football in the pocket. You got to do a better job protecting the football. There's no way Micah Parsons should have just poked the ball out your hand like that. Good thing the defense was able to stand tall and hold the water in the red zone, holding them to field goals. And then Jalen Hurts never looked back from that point. Never looked back. Again, 4 touchdowns. I repeat, 4 touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. Stop playing with my boy, man. Stop playing with my boy. 4 touchdowns. I don't care if y'all want to put him in the MVP conversation or not. I don't care if y'all want to or not. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? He's playing great football. I'll leave that to the prognosticators to want to put Jalen Hurts in the MVP talks or not. I don't give a damn about that. Not one bit. Saquon Barkley gave you 14 carries for 66 yards, averaged 4.7 yards an attempt. His longest run of the day was 11 yards. Saquon Barkley did go down with a little bit of a wrist injury. He heard it when he was trying to recover the fumble, I believe, by Jalen Hurts, and his arm kind of got twisted up in there. That's why Saquon Barkley was kind of on a pitch count in that second half, and you didn't see him on that final drive in the first half. But regardless, Saquon Barkley made his presence felt, and he had key runs converting for first downs. There were moments where Saquon Barkley had a 5-yard run, an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, a 9-yard run. You feel what I'm saying? So there are going to be games where Saquon just has to live, with the 5-yarders, the 7-yarders, the 8-yarders, the 10-yarders. He's going to have to live with that, right? You can't break one every single game. But as long as you're staying in positive territory, as long as you're staying on schedule, I can live with that. And then Kenneth Gainwell came in and relieved him pretty well. He gave you a key 13-yard run in the red zone, which set up the Jalen Hurts touchdown, which was huge. Will Shipley did a nice job, 9 carries for 34 yards, averaged almost 4 yards an attempt. You feel what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts' longest rush of the day was 24 yards. That was the backbreaker. So, then in the passing game, A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 109 yards, 7 targets, averaging 21 yards in a reception. Longest catch of the day was 44 yards. Jahan Dotson had a catch earlier today. 1 catch, 27 yards. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if that's what it's going to be like for Jahan Dotson, that's what it's going to be like. But I want to give Jahan Dotson credit for making the back shoulder reception. That wasn't an easy catch. he had to run his route, and he had to run it better than the corner. Had to turn his body and snag that ball. Great instincts by Jahan Dotson. Way for Jalen Hurts to trust Jahan Dotson in that situation. Way for him to trust him, right? Dallas Goedert, 2 catches, 25 yards, a touchdown. Devontae Smith, only 2 catches for 14 yards. Saquon Barkley, 1 catch for 12 yards. Kenny Gainwell, 1 catch for 9. Anaya Smith, 2 catches for 6 yards. And Johnny Wilson, his lone catch of the day, 1 catch, 5 yards, a touchdown. I want to give Jalen Hurts credit for trusting Johnny Wilson in that situation. I know Jalen Hurts struggles. He struggles to trust young receivers. He struggles to trust new guys. And there were 2 key passes he made today to new guys, and he trusted them. And they were tough catches. The Jahan Dotson catch and the Johnny Wilson touchdown catch. That was huge. That's a confidence booster for both players. And that's a trust booster. That's a trust booster for Jalen Hurts and those guys. So I was really happy to see Jalen Hurts trust those guys in those situations. Listen, this defense is playing out of their freaking minds, okay? This defense forced 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers. 4 fumbles and 1 interception. 5 turnovers forced by the Philadelphia Eagles defense. I mean, spectacular. Zach Bond. What the hell, brother? Zach Bond. Seriously, I cannot get over this. Zach Bond ended the game with 8 total tackles, 3 solo, 1 tackle for loss, and he had 2 forced fumbles. 2 forced fumbles by Zach Bond. Wow. Just wow. They need to sign Zach Bond today. They need to re-sign Zach Bond today. The price is only going up. The price is going up. They need to re-sign that man ASAP. He's playing some amazing football at the linebacker position. I can't wait to see his PFF grade. I can't wait because he was phenomenal. He was phenomenal. He always makes his presence felt early in games and throughout the game. I want to give credit to Nakobe Dean as well. Nakobe Dean has some good tackles, some strong tackles in the open field, right? He had 1 tackle that prevented a real big run, and he had a really good tackle on like a check down from Cooper Rush to the running back. I think it was Rico Dowdle. Nakobe Dean had a great tackle in the open field. Cooper DeJean was great today. Quinyon Mitchell was great today. Isaiah Rodgers came in for a little bit for Slay. Slay did tweak his ankle after that first drive. He tweaked his ankle, but he came back in the second half, I think. And he played pretty well for the most part. Had a pass deflection on a backwards pass deflection at that, a no-look pass deflection on Ceedee Lamb. Reed Blankenship recovered the fumble. Jalen Carter had a sack today. Milton Williams had a sack today. Brandon Graham had a sack. Bryce Huff had a strip sack today. Bryce Huff. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to Bryce Huff for making a play today. I know a lot of people don't want to give him his flowers at any point ever. Whenever Bryce Huff makes a play, I'm going to make it known. I'm going to make it known. So shout out to Bryce Huff for getting the strip sack. That was huge. That was huge. Nolan Smith had a tackle for loss. You know what I'm saying? Oren Burks had a great tackle for loss as well. He had a tackle at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Jalix Hunt had a pass deflection at the line of scrimmage. Nakobe Dean almost picked it off, but he was too beyond the reach of the football. Got to give credit to Jalix Hunt as well. I can't wait to watch the All-22. I can't wait to watch the film back because I feel like this defensive line had a quiet good game. A quiet good game. A quiet good game. I think the offensive line could have played better. The offensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles could have played better. I understand that Jalen Hurts was holding the ball for longer than I would have liked. I even have that in my notes here. I have it in my notes right here. Jalen Hurts has to protect the ball, and he has to get the ball out of his hands. There were moments where he was holding that ball a little too long for my comfort, but he overcame his mistakes. He overcame the mistakes. So I got to give credit where credit is due. I have to give credit where credit is due. K. Robinson says, what was the score? K. Robinson? K, I could tell you, but that would spoil the fun. Go look it up, K. I could tell you right now, but that'll spoil the fun. Go look it up, K. We'll wait for you. We ain't going to leave you. We'll be in the car. Go ahead, K. Go check that score out. Trenton Wright says Hurts was holding on to the ball like his life fucking depended on it. Yo, facts, especially in the first half. The first half, I'm like, yo, just let the ball go. Just let it go. Even if it's an incomplete pass, just let that shit go. Trenton, that's a funny take, bro. That's a funny take. Big Chris says Steelers showed how to beat Washington. Hey, shout out to the Steelers, yo. Shout out to PA, man. Shout out to PA. I know Pennsylvania is a red state, but shout out to Pennsylvania. This is a great weekend for Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh got the win in Washington. Philly took care of business in Dallas. Yo, shout out to the Steelers. Shout out to Russell Wilson. Shout out to Mike Williams. Shout out to TJ Watt. Shout out to Highsmith or Hightower, whatever his name is. Who else? Shout out to George Pickens. You feel me? You feel me? Shout out to the Steelers, yo. Shout out to the I gotta call my homies. My homies are Steelers fans. I gotta call them at some point. Woo-wee! Oh man. Fresh and Clean says, Shorty said, what was the score? Where you at? Leave her alone. It's all love. Kenneth Allen says, yo, the price definitely going up. Sign ball now. I agree with you, Tone. The price is going up. Every game, the price just keeps going up. Every game. You got to sign them. Alex O says, I know Ball's agent got money signs on his eyes seeing how well he's playing. Of course he is. You know Zach Ball Zach Ball agent, not really one of the bigger name agents. You know that for a fact. I mean, so Zach Ball agent probably knocking on Howie's door like, hey, what's good? Talk to me. Trenton Wright says, I love how AJ got 100 yards and no one cares. Yo, he got 100 yards on the low. Like on the low. He got 100 yards on the calm. I didn't even notice. He had 2 big catches and that was that. I didn't even notice. Big Chris says Cooper DeJean has lifted this defense. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Cooper DeJean has taken his defense to the next level. It's no question. It's no question at all. Shout out to the Cowboys. K. Rudder Green says it's his money and he wants it now. Yo, I am elated. Like, okay, my man Marcus from Pro Fan Talk, he had the Eagles winning this game 31-10. I had us winning this game 34-16. Now, the Eagles did their part, 34 points, but the defense did better than I thought. Shit. The defense took it to another level. Big Chris says Tone A. Smith. Hey, listen, man, you got to learn from the best, big dog. You got to learn from the best. Devontae with the $2 super chat. He says, at this point, call him Bond Man. Da-da-da-da. Who you going to call? Bond Man. Oh, my God. Shout out to Zach Bond. Thank you for the super chat, Devontae. I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you. It's the first one of the day, so I appreciate you. Melly J says, don't fuck around and let Johnny Wilson get confident. Yo, that's a big boy. Don't let Johnny Wilson get confident. That's a big boy. You feel me? Yo, Dank Bird getting called bald Batman. Yo, we got to start calling Zach Bond the glove, yo. We got to start calling him the glove. He forced 2 fumbles today, had an interception in the last game. We got to start calling Zach Bond the glove. I'm sorry. Raj Sunarine says, where did all the Commanders fans and podcasters come for? I don't know where they at, Raj. I don't know where they at. Big Chris says this defense doesn't miss open tackles and they swarm the ball. Facts. I feel like I'm looking at two different defenses from prior to the bye week versus after the bye week. This is two different defenses. Like, they don't miss the open tackle. Like, there were moments where if a Cowboy broke a tackle, I would have understood. There were moments in the game where I thought if a Cowboy ball carrier broke a tackle, I would have understood how he broke that tackle, right? But Zach Bond, Cooper DeJean, Nakobe Dean, Reed Blankenship, like all these guys, like no one's like these guys are tackling so well. I feel like I'm looking at two different teams. I like for real. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. When somebody on your team is playing well, like when the man next to you is playing lights out, it makes you play lights out. It holds you accountable. It makes you want to tighten up as well. You can't, like, Cooper DeJean being inserted into this lineup cannot be understated. It cannot be understated. Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean should be clear candidates for Rookie of the Year. I don't think there's a rookie on defense who's had the impact that Cooper DeJean has had on his defense. Can somebody tell me one? We've seen an entirely different defense since Cooper DeJean has played. Can somebody give me any defensive rookie who has impacted their team the way Cooper DeJean has? And I'm talking about more than Quinyon Mitchell. And Quinyon Mitchell had a great day today. 2 pass deflections. CJ got an interception today. Can somebody give me any defensive rookie that has impacted their team the way Cooper DeJean has? Rel Blunt, what's going on, big dog? He says, honest question. Is there a receiving core or a receiving group in the league that can match up with our defensive backs? That's a good question, man. The Philadelphia Eagles are very, very, very fascinating when it comes to the defensive backs. They're very fascinating. They're very fascinating, you know? And let me make sure it's getting a little bright. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes the winds be a little too bright. My bad, Rel. My bad. I'm going to answer your question. I got you. But sometimes I got to remind myself that goddamn winning is bright as hell. You know, in Jerry world, right? And Rel, I got you, brother. To your point, I think receiving core is going to have a tough day with this defensive back room. The Eagles' defensive back room is giving receivers hell. Nobody want to talk about that, though. But that's okay. But I must say, you know, when you go to Jerry World, sometimes that light that peeks through the end zone, it's a little too bright sometimes. When you go to Jerry World, right, you got to make sure you bring your stunner shades. Because the way that light peeks through the field goal, the uprights, you got to make sure you can see where you're going so you don't crash out like the Cowboys did. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? Shout out to my man Bernie Mac. Do you feel me? Yo, I'm on one. They created a monster. Eagles win. Cowboys lose. Commanders lose. Giants lose. You created a monster. They should have never let me outside. I don't care if Dak didn't play. I don't care if you didn't have DeMarcus Lawrence. I don't care if y'all sucked when Dak was there. I don't care. You created a monster, goddammit. Shout out to the Steelers. Shout out to the Steelers. You feel me? I'm talking tough Tony. We got Washington on Thursday. I want all the smoke. You feel me? How does that NFC East lead feel? Ooh. Oh, damn. That NFC East. Ooh, I can smell it. That NFC East. Ooh, I can taste it. I can feel it. They just know it's their ass. They know it. Washington had a chance to put that pressure on us, but the pressure is on them. Can they retake the NFC East lead? I think not. Ooh-wee. Shout out to those Cowboys. Shout out to those Commanders. Shout out to those Steelers. And shout out to the motherfucking Philadelphia Eagles. You feel me? Do you feel me? Trenton Wright says the Steelers did their thing. Sure enough, did. S. Blunt said, I apologize. I said, don't sleep on Cooper Rush. My bad. Hey, listen. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about it, S. Blunt. You did the right thing, brother. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. Don't you worry, S. Blunt. You never want to sleep on any opponent. You never want to go into your opponent's house and think it's going to be a gimme. And they tried to give us a hard way to go, didn't they? We turned the ball over twice in the first half. We gave him a shot, didn't we? We gave him a shot. Cooper Rush's ass. Ass. We gave him a shot. Woo! Oh, Lord. Lord, I can't. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I can't. Lord. I promise you. I told you, didn't I? God damn. Lord. Oh. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something right now. Let me tell y'all something. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl contenders. They don't want you to believe it. They don't want us to be confident. Shout out to my man Green Wingman with the $2 super chat. He said, what in the Stephen A. Smith did I just walk into? Hey, listen. Shout out to the GOAT, Stephen A. Smith. But this is Tone DeShields II, baby. We are our own entity here. You feel me? You dig? But all I'm trying to say is this, Greenie. And by the way, Greenie, did you send me that picture with the jersey? Shout out to my man Green Wingman with the jersey. Hey, Greenie, did you send me that pic? Let me double check. Hold on, let me check. Hey, Greenie, I need you to send me a pic of that jersey, brother. Shout out to Greenie with the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, man. My dad is in the building. He says, so fun you got the Cowboys hat on. What a perfect stab. Of course it's a stab. It's a jab. You feel me? Come on, man. Put me on the big screen. Rip me at the plastic. I've been acting brand new. Stop playing with me, cuz. Stop playing with me, big dog. Dad, you know how I give it up. You know how I give it up. You know. And look, I know this isn't much analysis. I understand you're not getting too much analysis right now, okay? You're not getting too much analysis. I get it. Some of you guys probably came in here like, damn, Tone, like, where's the breakdown? Where's the analysis? Hey. The post-game shows is always a celebration now. Always a celebration. We're going to save our analysis for the business days, Monday through Friday. We're going to save our analysis for Monday through Friday. Right now, we just dancing on their grave. You feel me? Hey, listen. Right now, we just dancing on their grave. You feel me? I understand some people love their X's and O's. And we do that here and there. But this is a show about passion. This is a show about grit. This is a show that gives you that feeling. You feel what I'm saying? And I know we didn't win the Super Bowl. I know we beat a weak Cowboys team with no Dak Prescott. I understand they didn't have DeMarcus Lawrence. I understand they've been bad all year. I understand they haven't won a home game since 2023 in December. I understand that this game is only a notch on the belt. I understand we have bigger fish to fry. Don't you worry about that. I understand that. But guess what? I ain't got to play. I don't play football. I talk about football. I celebrate football. I get lit off football. You feel me? So, you know when you come here, you're going to get that energy. You're going to get that feeling. You dig me? Shout out to the Cowboys. Shout out to the motherfucking Cowboys. Come on, man. Zeke, how you fumble that, cuz? Zeke, how you fumble that? Cooper Rush, how? Trey Lance, how? Come on, man. This is the NFL. Show some pride. Show some pride. Oh, my God. All right, but listen, though. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I will do. I'm going to go through my observations quarter by quarter. I'm just going to read my notes to you guys, okay? Because I take notes. I take notes throughout the game. And I'm just going to read my notes to you guys, okay? And I told you guys, didn't I? I said, give it until about week 8, week 9, week 10. This defense is going to be ready to go. I said this. Some people choose to laugh at me. I said, trust me. Give it until about week 8, week 9, maybe week 10. This defense is going to be ready to go. And they are ready. They're ready for anybody. They're ready for anybody. So, oh, and by the way, shout out to my man, Rel Blunt with the $1.99 super chat. Big dog, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Big Chris says, I love watching this defense. You already know, big dog. So I'm going to go through my notes, right? So I can satisfy some people, right? And again, this isn't a play-by-play, but this is just what I wrote down, right? So first quarter, Eagles defense forces a 3-and-out. Slay didn't look right on that pass deflection. He was limping and hobbling, right? So the Eagles defense first drive, Darius Slay, he made the play, but he didn't look right after the pass deflection. He didn't look right. Nonetheless, he made the play. Eagles forced a 3-and-out. Eagles are moving the ball until 3 back-to-back negative plays. Sack, a Fred Johnson penalty, and then another sack. The Eagles end up punting the ball. And then the Cowboys get the ball back. They immediately turn it over on the first play. Eagles recover. Milton Williams recovered it in Cowboys territory. I believe CJGJ and no, I take that back. This is the fumbled snap. So Cooper Rush fumbled the snap, and Milton Williams recovered it in the red zone. Hurts finds Saquon Barkley on a check down to the left flat for a big third down conversion. Eagles get the first down, and then Jalen Hurts snuck it in for a touchdown. So at that point, Eagles lead 7-0. Now, Dallas gets the ball. They're moving the ball. They're leaning on their run game. They're getting some solid runs, right? They're trying to make life as easy as possible as they can for Cooper Rush. They manage to drive down the field. They get in field goal range. Eagles defense steps up. Eagles lead 7-3. Now, Eagles get the ball back. Hurts and Eagles offense, they've been patient, they've been surgical, and they've been moving the ball down the field. You've seen Hurts convert with his legs. He was taking what they gave him. Saquon was running the ball well. Hurts was able to find A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Gardner on that drive. And then Hurts scrambled left, gashed the Dallas defense for a 30-yard pass to a wide-open A.J. Brown. And then Jalen Hurts gets greedy and turns it over in the end zone with the interception to Trayvon Diggs. Now, granted, A.J. Brown or Dallas Goedert, I think it was, Dallas Goedert was open for a moment, and I understand why he threw it, but Jalen Hurts got greedy. I wouldn't have threw that ball. Trayvon Diggs is a ball hawk. He knows how to make plays on the ball. That's just him. His recovery speed is insane, and he has long-ass arms. I wouldn't have threw that ball, but I understood why he threw it. And then Dallas gets the ball back. Dallas can't capitalize. The Eagles force a 3-and-out. Once again, the Eagles defense is playing lights out. They force a 3-and-out. Eagles still lead 7-3. Hurts and the Eagles get the ball back. Hurts finds Jahan Dotson on a back shoulder go ball for a 27-yard gain. And Dotson looked very smooth. Hurts gets sacked on second down. And in my opinion, that was a bad sack to take. And I'm not against a quarterback taking a sack. I'm not against it. But there are some sacks that you just can't take, and you got to get rid of the ball, right? And then Hurts was sacked again on third down. That was 4 sacks in the first quarter already. 4 sacks in the first half already. Unacceptable. Eagles end up punting the ball. Eagles still lead 7-3. Cowboys get the ball back. Zach Baum flies in the backfield for a tackle for loss. Slay is back on the field. But he gets called for a defensive pass interference. I felt like it was kind of ticky-tack, but I ain't mad at it. Zach Baum shoots the gap again for another tackle for loss, and the Cowboys end up converting on 4th and 1. Jalix Hunt on the following play tips a pass at the line of scrimmage. Dean almost gets the INT. The Cowboys are driving. They get in Eagles territory. Once again, they're leaning on their run game, and it's working a little bit. Zeke Ezekiel Elliott tries to run up the gut, tries to run up the middle, and he's met by CJ, GJ, and Zach Bond. Zach Bond forces the fumble. Cooper DeJean recovers it. Eagles ball. Now, Eagles lead 7-3, but here's the bad part. Jalen Hurts fumbles the ball. Gets sacked by Micah Parsons, fumbles. Cowboys get the ball back in the Eagles' red zone. Once again, holding the ball too long. But the Eagles' defense steps up again, and they hold the Cowboys to a field goal. Eagles lead 7-6. Now, Eagles get the ball back. It's 2-minute drill. Eagles get the ball back, 2-minute drill now, right before halftime. The question is, can they get points up? Can they create some distance between them and Dallas going into halftime? Remember, you get the ball back at the half, right? So, Eagles get the ball. The game is 7-6, 2-minute drill. Hurts had Devontae Smith wide open for a walk-in touchdown, but he missed him. I feel like Devontae got held a little bit, but regardless, Jalen Hurts missed him. But he recovered on the following play, and he found A.J. Brown converting on third down for a first down. Very huge play. Hurts then breaks their back later on in the drive. He broke their back and gashed them up the middle for a 24-yard scramble, setting up the Dallas Goedert touchdown pass. Hurts stood tall. He dodged the sack by what's the linebacker in Dallas? Is it Noshawn? Well, he's good. I like him. What's his name? I gotta find him. What's his name? DeMarvion Overshawn. I think the Cowboys got a player with him. They got a player with him. I like him. They got a player for sure. But anyway, Jalen Hurts dodged Overshawn's sack. He finds Dallas Goedert in the end zone for the touchdown pass. Eagles lead 14-6. Then the Eagles defense stepped up again, forced a 3-and-out. Cowboys punt. Eagles end the half, kneeling it. So now Eagles lead 14-6 going into halftime, right? At that point in the game, Jalen Hurts is 11 for 13, completing 84% of his passes, 152 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 interception, 5 rushes for 49 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, and a fumble. Remind you, Hurts hasn't turned the ball over since week 4. And that was a lost fumble versus Tampa Bay. He turned the ball over twice in the first half, was sacked 5 times in the first half. That cannot happen. When you're going up against better teams, that cannot happen. Jalen Hurts cannot put his team in that situation. It reminded me of the Green Bay game. You cannot hurt your team that way. You can't. You can't turn the ball over in your own territory. So that was my biggest gripe with Jalen Hurts. You got to do better. Zach Bond, by that point at halftime, he had 7 tackles, 2 solo, 1 tackle for loss, and a forced fumble. Zach Bond was slashing and shooting the gaps all damn day. Quinyon Mitchell at that point in the game, 2 pass deflections, 2 solo tackles. Nolan Smith had a tackle for loss at that point. Jalen Carter had a pass deflection and a tackle for loss at that point. Jalix Hunt had a pass deflection at the line of scrimmage. And Saquon Barkley was kind of battling a wrist injury after he fought for that fumble. And the Eagles kind of had him on the pitch count since then, which I was perfectly fine with. That. But nonetheless, Eagles go into halftime up 14-6. I wrote down here, the only way the Eagles lose this game is if they have miscues or mistakes. In the second half, they had none of that. We get to the third quarter. Eagles get the ball. Eagles get the ball out of halftime. 3-and-out punt. They do nothing with it. Now, Dallas has an opportunity. Can Dallas drive down the field and put some points up? Even if it's a field goal, can Dallas drive down the field and put some points up? Because if they can put some points up, that puts pressure on the Eagles. But unfortunately, Dallas was unable to do so. Nakobe Dean was able to get a huge tackle in the open field after a Cooper Rush pass to the flat on a running back on second down, which was set up by a Jalen Carter run stuff on first down. So Jalen Carter stuffed him on first down. Nakobe Dean follows up with the big tackle in the open field. I believe it was for a loss or maybe a short gain. But Nakobe Dean got a beautiful tackle at the line of scrimmage. Beautiful tackle. And then all of that led to a Dallas Cowboys 3-and-out. They ended up punting the ball. And Cooper DeJean set that up. And Cooper DeJean set up the offense very well. Cooper DeJean set the offense up with a huge punt return. He took it all the way to the Dallas 37-yard line. One thing I will say about these Eagles, they have benefited from their special teams giving them beautiful field position. And that's what's supposed to happen. Not enough last season, the Philadelphia Eagles were blessed with good field position, right? The Eagles got good field position based off of turnovers today. The forced fumbles, the punt return by Cooper DeJean, the kickoffs. I mean, this is called complementary football. This is what you want to see. Special teams helping out the offense. Special teams helping out the defense. Defense helping the offense. Offense helping the defense, right? This is what you want to see. So Cooper DeJean returns the ball very well to the Dallas 37-yard line. Eagles offense has the ball in the Cowboys territory. Eagles have run the ball consecutive times with Saquon Barkley. He ran it for 7 yards. Then he had a 4-yard gain. And then he had a 1-yard gain. The Eagles then put Saquon on the bench. Again, he has that wrist injury. They're putting him on the pitch count from this point forward. Kenny Gainwell comes in the game. At this point, Jalen Hurts is running for his life. He had to throw it away. Dallas actually had a penalty, which gave the Eagles the first down. I think it was illegal hands to the face or illegal contact, right? The Dallas Cowboys are an extremely undisciplined football team, and the Philadelphia Eagles took advantage of that. So, after the penalty, Eagles get good field position once again. Gainwell runs for 13 yards. Eagles first down. That sets up the Jalen Hurts scramble. On third down, he extends the play, and he throws a perfect ball to find the rookie Johnny Wilson for the touchdown grab. Eagles lead 21-6. 21-6. I give credit to Kenny Gainwell for stepping up in that moment. I give credit to Johnny Wilson for making the catch. I give credit to Jalen Hurts for trusting Johnny Wilson in that moment. Not easy. Not easy. And I give credit to Saquon Barkley for starting to drive off right. Eagles lead 21-6. Now, Cowboys get the ball back. Once again, Eagles defense steps up. BG had a beautiful play. He read this screenplay by the Cowboys like it was clockwork. Tackle for loss. Darius Slay gets a pass deflection. I think that was when he wasn't looking at the ball. The ball bounced off his helmet. CeeDee Lamb didn't catch it. So a pass deflection goes to Darius Slay. Cowboys eventually end up punting the ball. Eagles still lead 21-6. Now, first down, Jalen Hurts attacks the secondary right away. Jalen Hurts finds A.J. Brown for a 44-yard catch to gash the Dallas Cowboys defense. Then Barkley is running hard right after that. Despite the wrist injury, you got 4 consecutive runs by Saquon Barkley. 8 yards, 11 yards, a 2-yard run. Then he hit you with a 9-yard run. And then Jalen Hurts puts the exclamation point on the drive, and he runs it in for an 8-yard touchdown run. Hurt has been, at that point in the game, I'm saying to myself, Jalen Hurts was fantastic despite the turnovers. And those cannot happen when you're playing good teams. But despite the turnovers, Jalen Hurts was phenomenal. At that point in the game, he's 13 for 18, completing 72% of his passes, 202 pass yards, averaging over 10 yards an attempt, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 7 rushes for 56 yards, averaging 8 yards an attempt on the ground, 2 rushing TDs, 1 fumbled loss. So 2 turnovers, 4 touchdowns, over 250 yards of total offense, completed over 70% of his passes, a 115 passer rating. Eagles lead 28-6. Then the Cowboys decide to bring in Trey Lance for a play. He gets nothing out of it. Cooper Rush goes back in. Cooper Rush goes in. DeJean tackles CeeDee Lamb in the open field after a pass to the flat, loss of yards. Bryce Huff then gets the strip sack on Cooper Rush. Eagles get the ball back. At this point, the Eagles force 3 turnovers, all fumbles. Now we're in the fourth quarter. Eagles move the ball a little bit. They eventually settle for a field goal attempt. Eagles now lead 31-6. At this point in the game, Kenny Pickett is in. Well, I'll take that back. Kenny Pickett didn't come in until after we went up 31-6. So Eagles set up for the field goal attempt. Eagles lead 31-6. Cowboys get the ball back. Brandon Graham. At this point, Trey Lance is starting full-time. Brandon Graham comes up, sacks Trey Lance on the first down play. First down sacks him. Then the Cowboys eventually end up converting on 4th and 1, which I respect. They get the first down. On the next play, Zach Bond forces another fumble. And Reed Blankenship recovers it. Jake Ferguson, the tight end, caught the one-hand ball. He turned upfield. Zach Bond knocked the ball out of his hands. That's a fumble. Reed Blankenship recovers. Eagles get the ball back, still up 31-6. At this point in the game, Hurts is out. Pickett is in. The Eagles have already gotten to victory lineups, victory schemes, victory packages. You feel what I'm saying? Hurts out, Pickett is in. Eagles settle for a field goal attempt. Eagles lead 34-6. Cowboys get the ball back. Eagles defense forces another turnover. Trey Lance throws a deep ball, intercepted by CJ. Eagles ball, game over. Game, set, match. That's my breakdown. That's my analysis. Those are my observations. Man, oh man, oh man. Woo! How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is. Let me put the eyeglasses on, man, because y'all know I can't see a damn thing. Y'all know I can't see a damn thing. Real quick, you know I went through the I went through the Eagles box score, but I'm going to go through the Cowboys box score too. Let's do that. Let's go through the Cowboys box score, y'all. Make sure you smash that like button, by the way. I appreciate you guys so much. Smash that like button, and by the way, smash that like button. You guys are tuned in to Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II. You feel me? So let's get to the Dallas Cowboys box score. Cooper Rush goes 13 for 23, 45 passing yards. Insane. 45 passing yards. He had a 61.7 passer rating. He was sacked one time for a 10-yard loss. Cooper Rush averaged 2 yards an attempt. 2 yards an attempt. 2 yards an attempt. Trey Lance comes in, goes 4 for 6, 21 passing yards, averaged 3.5 yards an attempt, throws an interception, was sacked twice for a loss of 7 yards. Ended the game with a 32.6 passer rating. Rico Dowdle, the running back for the Cowboys, 12 carries, 53 yards, averaged 4 yards a carry. I felt like they should have gave Rico more touches. Rico was clearly the better running back they have, clearly. Ezekiel Elliott, 6 carries, 22 yards, averaged 3.7 yards an attempt, a fumble. Trey Lance, 3 carries, 17 yards. Ceedee Lamb, 1 carry, 3 yards. Cooper Rush, 2 carries, 2 yards. Jake Ferguson for the Cowboys, the tight end, 4 catches, 24 yards. Ceedee Lamb, 6 catches, 21 yards on 10 targets. They had that man in jail. Jalen Tolbert, 3 catches for 14 yards, 5 targets. Jalen Brooks, 1 catch for 4 yards, 4 targets. Rico Dowdle, 3 catches for 3 targets, 3 yards. Non-factor. Cooper Rush, 2 fumbles. Ezekiel Elliott with a fumble. Jake Ferguson with a fumble. Trey Lance with an interception. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Like I said, the best player on defense, in my opinion, for the Dallas Cowboys was DeMarvion Overshawn and Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons had 2 sacks in his first game back. Micah Parsons had 2 sacks. 2 sacks and a forced fumble. You can't tell me he didn't show up. You can't tell me he didn't show up. I give credit to Micah Parsons. 2 sacks, a forced fumble, a TFL. DeMarvion Overshawn. I hope he's doing all right. He did get hurt in that game, a non-contact injury, so I hope he's okay. 11 total tackles, 8 solo, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. You know, I give credit to Overshawn. I give credit to Parsons. I give credit to those guys. But it's not enough. It's not enough. Listen, man. The Eagles' offensive line did not have their best game in the interior, but here's one thing that doesn't get talked about enough. Did you know the Dallas Cowboys leads the NFL in pressure rate? The Dallas Cowboys lead the NFL in pressure rate. So they get pressure. So that's that. So those guys getting those sacks is no shocker to me. It's really not a shocker. They lead the NFL in pressure rate. They get there. And then with a guy like Jalen Hurts, he's going to hold the ball a little longer. So therefore, you're going to get your sacks. But what I appreciate is, hey, you know what? Take the sack, don't turn the ball over. But he did turn the ball over twice today. So I mean, it is what it is. It's the NFL. Things happen. It's how you recover. It's how you bounce back. And I feel like he had an amazing bounce back. Amazing bounce back. Let me get to some of your comments. Big Chris says, going to watch these lines, measure where we at. All right, Big Chris. Talk to you later, big dog. As Blunt says, they were giving us hell in that first quarter. Yo, facts. I was a little concerned. I ain't gonna lie. Big Chris says Parsons wants out so bad. Oh man, it's unfortunate. Oh, it ain't easy being cheesy. K. Order Green says that back shoulder to Dotson was a thing of beauty. I agree 100%. Dotson's body control, bringing the ball in, beautiful. Trenton Wright says Jalen's fumble was so dumb, bro. It was so avoidable. It was so avoidable. Royal Blunt says Eagles have the best defense in the league, in my opinion. D-line, linebackers, DBs. Yo, that's a good point. Name any defense, name any combination of D-linemen, linebackers, and DBs that are playing better than the Eagles. Give me any combination who's playing better than the Eagles. There's none. There's no defense right now playing better than the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Green Wingman says, finish the Penn State Triforce by bringing in Parsons. He would like it here, I'm telling you. But I will say this, though, Green Wingman. Send me a picture of the jersey, bro. You know, I know you got your jersey, so send me a picture of it so I can bring it up on the show, man. Send me, you don't even got to put it on. Just send me a picture of it. I want to upload it. Let people know that my giveaways are for real. You feel what I'm saying? I take care of mine. Dana Scott says, I just need Jalen to check the middle of the field. Goddard, Dotson, and Cockatera be open. Yo, you're not wrong, Danny. You're not wrong. There are moments where I feel like Jalen Hurts is leaving a lot of meat on the bone. There are moments where I feel like Jalen is really leaving some money on the table. Like he could be putting up real big numbers. He there are moments where he misses guys. I won't deny that. I won't deny it at all. Trenton Wright says Zach Bond is him. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. S-Moen22 says Tone is wilding. Big Chris says AJ had a quiet 100-yard day. Facts. Marley Coldburst said Johnny Wilson is going to be a nice red zone threat. Yeah. Just need his, that was a big confidence booster, a huge confidence booster. And here's the thing, right? What I love about the Philadelphia Eagles is when you got an opponent on the ropes, when you got an opponent that's inferior, you take their soul. Now, granted, that Jags game gave us a little bit of a scare. But I also think that's why we saw this team being so aggressive the way they were in this game. It seemed like the Philadelphia Eagles did not want to leave any stone unturned. They didn't want to leave a single stone unturned. I totally appreciate the Eagles for taking care of business. Oh, you tagged me on Twitter. Greeny, my bad, bro. My bad, Greeny. I'm sorry. Let me see. No, Greeny, I didn't get it. Did you DM me, bro? You sure you tagged me? Because I don't see it here. Let me see. I don't see it, bro. That's crazy. I don't see it. Did you DM it to me or? I don't see it, Brody. You sure it was me? You sure it was me? Because I don't see it. Anyway, Caleb Throws Disc says we shamacking the Commanders. Yo, we better. I want that. Yo, can somebody tag me in it? Like, I didn't see it, bro. It's like, I'm on my Twitter right now. It's not here. It's not in my mentions. It's not anywhere. Dominique Mason says might not be playing better, but that KC defense is insane. Yo, first of all, KC should have lost today. That was bullshit. Even though, no, Dominique, to your point, though, I like KC defense. I think KC's defense is very good. I think Kansas City is a defensive football team. I think Kansas City is a defensive football team with a really, 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 really great quarterback. Simple as that. I think that's what they are. They are a defensive football team. As a matter of fact, have the Chiefs put up 30 points at any point this season? I'm not sure they put up 30 points at all this year yet. Let me double check. I could be wrong, though. Has the Chiefs put up 30 points at any point? Let me see here. Okay, they did. They did. When they beat the Buccaneers, they put up 30 points. Okay. You know what's so funny? I watched that Chiefs game, and everything they do looks like a damn struggle. But man, oh man. Man, oh man. I give them credit. Let me see. Let's see what else we got. Trent Wright says, I hope the Eagles D-line can generate more sacks. Yeah, I feel you. They do get pressure, though. They get pressured. They've been better. Caleb throws this. Caleb throws disc says Hurts needs to look at Dotson more. I agree. Dotson be open. It's so many games I've seen where Dotson is be open. But he gonna get it though. He gonna get it. Marley Coldburr says KC looking like us last year when we went 10-1. People give them the benefit of the doubt because of the Mahomes-Reed connection. I agree. I don't know if I would say exactly the way we looked, but Mahomes hasn't been stellar this season. He hasn't. But Mahomes has not been an MVP candidate at all, and he's not going to be one this year. He's not. I don't care what happens. I don't care how the rest of this year go. There's no way Mahomes should qualify for MVP this year. But regardless, though, the Chiefs are for real. You got to respect them. They have the equity. They have the experience, right? So I can't really look at them in the same vein as us. But regardless, though, they do look vulnerable. They look like they can be had. They do. But they got that championship DNA, man. They are clutch. Rel Blunt says sacks are an overrated stat. This defense has great coverage and closing speed. That's the good part about it, right? This defense plays well in coverage. Your linebackers are playing well in coverage. You're getting enough pressure. Now, could they get more? Sure, but you're getting enough. Guy says this secondary is crazy, bro. Bro, I couldn't even make it up, man. This secondary is crazy. This secondary is very crazy, bro. Very. Let me check this Sixers score real quick. I know they're playing right now. Let me see. See what the score looking like. 49-48. Okay, whatever. We'll see. We'll see if they get some points. But yeah, Guy, I agree with you 100%, man. This secondary is off the charts, bro. Off the charts, and they're only getting better. Green Weeman says, just reposted it at Green Weeman. Got you. Okay, let me see. Yeah, for some reason it's not coming up. Are you sure you let me see. That's weird. Oh, I think I know what happened. I think I know what the problem was. My bad. I know what the problem was. The reason I couldn't see it is because I wasn't following you. For some reason, that's which is weird, but okay, bet. Here it is. Let me bring it up on the screen now. Hold on 1 second. All right. Give me a second. Y'all know I take care of my people, right? My man Green Wingman. was the beneficiary of a Jalen Hurts jersey. Shout out to my man Green Wingman. Shout out to him. He was our giveaway winner. Shout out to Isaac, man, holding it down. Shout out to Isaac. And I appreciate you, brother, for being a loyal supporter of the show. See, I take care of my people. When I do giveaways, I actually make sure you get the giveaway. That's how I do business. You feel me? So shout out to my man Green Wingman. It's my boy. You feel me? You know? It's my guy. I gotta take care of I take care of my people when I do giveaways. We got another giveaway coming up too. We got another one coming up. We're gonna do another giveaway this week. We're gonna do another giveaway before that Commanders game. We're gonna do another giveaway before that Commanders game. So shout out to my man Green Wingman. Shout out to him. All right, y'all. We are going to get out of here. I appreciate all the love, the support, man. It has been a phenomenal show with you guys. Man, oh man. I must say, it feels luxurious being an Eagles fan. It feels absolutely luxurious. And I want to say shout out to those Cowboys. Those Cowboys did amazing work today. I want to give a shout out to those Commanders for fumbling the bag. I want to give a shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers for taking care of business for your boy. I'm really, really grateful to the Steelers. I really, really am. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, Pittsburgh, y'all stay on top of y'all division. We'll stay on top of ours. You dig what I'm saying? So, without further ado, make sure you guys smash that like button, and by the way, smash that like button. Your Philadelphia Eagles have improved to 7-2 on the NFL season. Oh, and by the way, before we get ahead of ourselves here, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let me make sure I show you guys something real quick. I just want to show y'all a quick snapshot of what your reality looks like, Philadelphia. I just want you to I want you to see what that looks like. I want you to see what that looks like. God damn. Oh. Thank you. And Lordy, thank you. I cannot be more grateful to the Commanders. I couldn't be more grateful to the Cowboys. I couldn't be more grateful to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I couldn't be more grateful to the New York Giants. Man, oh man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And we gon' get out of here. I've been your humble and gracious host, Tone DeShields II. And you guys have been tuned into a victory edition. A victory edition of your Philadelphia Eagles. This has been Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. See you later, partner.